The dust has settled after the brutal special grade attack. Inside a quiet, traditional hall, the remaining students and sorcerers gather. The room feels heavy, weighed down by loss and uncertainty. Some lean against the wooden railings, others stand frozen in thought. Gojo Satoru sits back comfortably, arms crossed, completely at ease despite the tension. With his signature blindfold covering his eyes, he tilts his head slightly and breaks the silence. His tone light, almost careless, as if the tragedy barely touched him. Gojo Satoru is saying, relaxed and casual tone, "What do you guys think? Should we continue the event?" So, a lot happened, and people even died. His words hang in the air. No apology, just a simple statement of fact. The room remains silent as everyone processes what he just said. Yuji Itadori is saying thoughtful and hesitant tone. Yuji stands with his arms crossed, eyes lowered. The memories of the attack replay in his mind. Fear, loss, responsibility. Everything collides in that single moment. Yuji Itadori is saying calm and resolute tone. When you put it like that, we should continue. There is no celebration, no relief, only quiet acceptance. The decision is made, not because it's easy, but because it must be done. Gojo Satoru is saying light and satisfied tone. Then, yeah. Inside the quiet hall, tension lingers in the air. The students sit scattered across the room, some resting, some watching in silence. Gojo Satoru lounges casually to the side, while Yuji Itadori sits nearby, still carrying the weight of the recent battle. Suddenly, the stillness is shattered. A sharp sound echoes through the room as Aoi Tado slams his fist down, his presence commanding instant attention. Aoi Tado is saying loud and intense tone, "Todo!" Todo leans forward, eyes sharp and unwavering. His voice carries conviction, not anger. Certainty. The room quiets, instinctively listening. Aoi Tado is saying firm and serious tone. Second, if there were fatalities, what is expected of us is to get stronger. The words hit hard, not cold, but resolute. Yuji reacts instantly, surprised by the blunt honesty. Yuji Itadori is saying shocked and emotional tone, "There he is!" Gojo turns his head slightly, intrigued. A faint smile touches his lips as he listens. Gojo Satoru is saying, curious and calm tone, "What makes you say that?" Tado straightens his posture, his expression unwavering. His voice lowers, not softer, but heavier. Aoi Tado is saying absolute tone. First off, mourning is reserved for people intimate with those who have passed away. It's none of our concern. The room falls silent once again. Todo's words are harsh, but honest. Not everyone agrees, but no one argues. In the world of sorcerers, survival demands strength, and strength demands resolve. The tension slowly eases, but the room remains heavy with thought. As Todo's words settle in, quiet conversations begin to stir among the students. Some whisper in disbelief, others nod in reluctant agreement. Even in exhaustion, the weight of responsibility presses on everyone present. Meiki Zenin is saying low and observant tone. Todo Senpai is actually pretty reliable. Noba Kugisaki is saying dry and casual, whispering tone. He's reliably crazy. Tado continues, unfazed by the reactions around him. His gaze is steady, his posture firm. This is not emotion speaking, it's experience. Aoi Tado is saying measured and absolute tone. To suffer defeat or experience victory, we grow regardless. Our circumstances now dictate that we look at the results. Results are important because they are unwavering. His voice sharpens, carrying a warning rather than a lesson. Aoi Tado is saying intense and stern tone. That unsettled feeling of having unfinished business during their school days will stick with them until the day they die. A brief pause follows. The tension cracks, not with anger, but with disbelief. Yuji Itadori is saying confused and half-joking tone, "How old are you again?" A short, amused breath escapes to do. AOI to do is saying confident tone. Heh. Third. Across the room, the others exchange glances. His words may sound extreme, but none can deny their truth. Panda is saying thoughtful and calm tone. He sounds ridiculous, but he does have a point. The mood shifts slightly lighter now, steadier. Confidence begins to replace doubt. Meiki Zenin is saying firm and assured tone. We'll win anyway. Megumi listens quietly, eyes focused, his resolve already set. Megumi Fushiguro is saying calm and accepting tone. I don't mind. As the conversation settles, Gojo finally speaks up, casually as if he's commenting on the weather. His tone is light, but his eyes are already on Kamo, who looks visibly exhausted. Gojo Satoru is saying light and casual tone. Why don't you rest, Kamo? No one celebrates. No one argues further. Because sometimes growth doesn't come from victory alone, but from accepting results that can't be undone. And in that moment, every one of them understands. This event will stay with them long after the game ends. As the tension finally settles, the discussion shifts from loss and resolve to logistics. The students gather around the low tables, listening closely. Even now, the weight of the event presses on them. But the competition must move forward. Meiki Zenin is saying sharp and direct tone. Are the pairings for the individual portion drawn at random? Before anyone else can respond, Panda raises his head from the table, completely unfazed by the seriousness of the situation. Panda is saying casual and cheerful tone. Salmon. He pauses only for a moment, then adds his verdict. Panda is saying firm and final tone. No objections. Gojo Satoru lifts his head slightly, clearly uninterested in following old traditions. Gojo Satoru is saying blunt and casual tone. We're not doing that this year. Yuji blinks, caught off guard by the sudden change. Yuji Itadori is saying confused tone. Huh? Gojo continues, his tone relaxed, as if rewriting the rules is the most natural thing in the world. Gojo Satoru is saying light and dismissive tone. I don't like routines. As Gojo speaks, the explanation unfolds clearly, stripped of ceremony and tradition. The principals from both schools make suggestions for the events held each day. This is done over 2 days. It always ends up being the group portion on the first day and the individual portion on the second day. But that's just a facade. The students imagine the chaos ahead. New matchups, unpredictable pairings, and battles yet to come. Familiar structures dissolve, replaced by uncertainty. With the rules rewritten, the path forward becomes unclear. And in that uncertainty, true strength will be revealed. As the meeting drags on, routine explanations give way to small details. Papers, cards, and formalities meant to set the event in motion. Yuji listens carefully as he opens a small envelope handed to him earlier, unaware of the confusion it's about to cause. The meeting held earlier with Principal Gakuganji was just to confirm the necessary materials for the opening. Every year, we put format suggestions in this box and open it on opening day. Yuji Itadori is saying curious and innocent tone. Baseball? The word barely leaves his mouth before tension spikes behind him. Tudo is saying explosive and shocked tone. Baseball? Yuji flinches, startled by the sudden reaction. Sweat beads down his face as he turns slightly. Yuji Itadori is saying startled, an apologetic tone. Oh, didn't see you there. Before Yuji can finish speaking, a familiar voice cuts through the chaos. Yutahime Eri is saying annoyed and defensive tone. No, I'm sure I suggested an individual, but the situation has already spiraled out of control. From outside the hall, an unmistakable shout echoes. Utai Mieri is saying, angry and shouting tone. Satoru, get back here. Gojo Satoru is already gone, walking away with a carefree hum, hands in his pockets, completely ignoring the mess he's left behind. Yoshinobu Gakuganji is saying confused and stern tone. What's the meaning of this, Yaga? What was meant to be a simple decision now threatens to derail the entire event. With chaos creeping in and rules bending once again, the Jujutsu Kaisen takes an unexpected turn. One no one saw coming. The unexpected event is no longer just a discussion, it's already in motion. The field bursts into action as the first pitch is thrown. Dust kicks up, gloves snap shut, and the sound of the bat cutting through the air echoes across the ground. Miwa is saying focused and nervous tone. Second batter, second baseman, Miwa. The ball rockets forward. Miwa swings with all her strength, eyes wide with concentration. Crack! The hit sends the ball straight up into the air, spinning wildly. Field voices is saying urgent and loud tone. Pop up. Nishimiya freezes mid-run. Instinct fighting uncertainty. Nishimiya is saying panicked and confused tone. Huh? Why? Miwa, don't run yet. Miwa clenches her fists, shouting back in frustration as she hesitates between instinct and instruction. Miwa is saying defensive and confused tone. I do. I run when the ball is hit. Right. The fielder moves swiftly, eyes locked on the descending ball. Announcer fielder call is saying clear and sharp tone. First batter out. Fielder, Nishimiya. As the play ends, frustration erupts from the sidelines. To do is saying loud and scolding tone. If you don't know the rules, just say so. What was meant to be a simple game turns into pure chaos. Strength means nothing without understanding. And today, even the rules have become an enemy. The game continues, but the chaos on the field only grows. What should be a simple sport turns into another battlefield of misunderstandings, strange strategies, and clashing personalities. Noritoshi Kamo is saying annoyed and sharp tone. Sacrifice fly? What is that, a new form of torture? You idiot. Behind the batter, Yuji adjusts his catcher's mask, still trying to understand what's happening. Yuji Itadori is saying confused and innocent tone, don't you need a helmet? Huh? Oh, not really. Yuji speaks honestly, scratching the back of his head as if the situation itself surprised him. Yuji Itadori is saying casual and matter-of-fact tone, it's thanks to To-Do and Gojo Sensei. Sixth batter, catcher, Itadori at the plate. Kamo steps forward, bat resting on his shoulder. His eyes narrow, not in hostility, but in curiosity. Announcer inner voice is saying neutral tone. Third batter, third baseman, Kamo. Noritoshi Kamo is saying serious and probing tone. So, you survived the special grade? The question cuts deeper than expected. Yuji stiffens slightly, then answers without hesitation. Yuji Itadori is saying soft and honest tone, I just sorta happened. Kamo's grip tightens around the bat. His voice lowers, no longer about the game. Noritoshi Kamo is saying calm and direct tone, Itadori, why did you become a jujutsu sorcerer? Yuji pauses. The field fades. The crowd disappears. Only the question remains. Yuji Itadori is saying quiet and reflective tone, so when I die, I want to be surrounded by a lot of people. He adjusts his glove, eyes steady now certain. Yuji Itadori is saying gentle and resolute tone. I tend to get lonely. I want to help a lot of people. In the middle of a ridiculous game, a sincere truth is revealed. For Yuji Itadori, strength isn't about winning. It's about connection, and that reason may be the strongest of all. As the game fades into the background, the moment turns inward. the noise of the field dissolves, replaced by memories, quiet words spoken long ago, words that still guide the present. Flashback, Mother is saying gentle and firm tone, "If I can't be with you, Mother, then I won't become a jujutsu sorcerer." A lonely road stretches forward. A small figure walks beneath falling leaves, burdened by uncertainty yet carried by hope. Mother is saying warm and reassuring tone, "Then you'll be the one who'll receive help when you need it. You'll be respected by those you save. You'll only be alone for now." Her words don't promise comfort, but meaning. Mother is saying encouraging and loving tone. "You've got so much potential, Noritoshi. You can help a lot of people." The memory lingers, tender and unyielding. Mother is saying soft and final tone, "And please, come find me one day, okay?" In the present, the bat lowers slightly. The question has been answered, not with logic, but with truth. Mother is saying, hopeful tone, "Become a great jujutsu sorcerer." Kamo exhales slowly. His grip tightens, resolve settling in. Noritoshi Kamo is saying quiet and understanding tone, "I see." In a game filled with chaos and laughter, a life-defining conviction is revealed. Some paths are chosen not for glory, but to honor the words that never fade. The air tightens as the pitch is released. The ball tears through the space between pitcher and batter, slicing the moment into fragments. Every movement slows every breath, held as Noritoshi Kamo raises his bat. Noritoshi Kamo is saying, focused and resolute tone. The impact explodes through the field. The sound is sharp, decisive, echoing with intent rather than hesitation. Noritoshi Kamo is saying quiet and certain tone, "Great!" The ball rockets forward, skimming past gloves and bodies alike. Dust erupts as players dive instinctively, trying to stop what can no longer be stopped. Noritoshi Kamo is saying internal and calm tone, "Reason." The realization lands harder than a hit itself. This isn't just a swing, it's conviction made visible. Field Voices is saying, urgent and shouting tone, "Steer right, steer ruck, you're out of there." Change sides. From the sidelines, panic and excitement collide. The field turns chaotic as runners scramble and defenders shout over one another. Teammate is saying desperate and loud tone, "Kamo, you gotta swing." In a game born from absurdity, sincerity finds its mark. That swing carried more than strength. It carried purpose, and sometimes that's all the reason anyone needs. Dust settles briefly as the teams switch sides. Laughter, confusion, and confidence mix together as the next batter steps forward. What should be a normal at-bat already feels suspicious. Announcer field call is saying neutral tone. Bottom of the first. First batter. Third baseman, Kugisaki. Nobara Kugisaki grips the bat tightly, a confident grin spreading across her face. She plants her feet, eyes locked on the mound. Nobara Kugisaki is saying confident and cocky tone, "You can call me Tohoku's Masahiro Tanaka." From the bench, a few players exchange glances, confused, unimpressed. Bench Voices is saying dry and casual tone, "Tohoku's Tanaka is. Tanaka's a pitcher anyway." Nobara doesn't respond. She's already focused. Too focused. Field announcer is saying flat tone, "Pitcher Mekamaru." A low mechanical hum replaces the usual tension of a pitcher's stance. Everyone freezes. Field Voices is saying shocked and loud tone, "Wait a minute!" At the center of the mound stands not a person, but a machine. Metal panels gleam in the sunlight as gears whir to life. Onlooker is saying disbelieving tone, "That's just a pitching machine." Before anyone can react, Nobara explodes forward, abandoning all reason. Field Voices is saying panicked tone, "Kugisaki's lost it. She's charging the mound." Players scatter in every direction as Nobara sprints straight toward the machine. Bat raised high, fury blazing in her eyes. Nobara Kugisaki is saying furious and determined tone. Like hell, I'm losing to a machine. What began as a game has fully collapsed into madness. Rules are ignored. Machines are challenged. And Nobara Kugisaki has officially declared war on baseball itself. As the game spirals further from normalcy, confusion spreads across the field. What began as a questionable rule change has now become complete mayhem, powered by misunderstandings, broken machines, and reckless enthusiasm. Nobara Kugisaki is saying, annoyed and mocking tone. Pitching machine? What's that? Meiki Zenin is saying dry and matter-of-fact tone. What are you talking about? It's a spare Mekamaru. Miwa rubs her temple, clearly exhausted by the explanation. Milwa is saying flustered and defensive tone. We didn't have a choice since that panda of yours destroyed the other one the other day. Nobara Kugisaki is saying teasing and sharp tone. You know a lot about machines. What are you, a geek? Meiki Zenin is saying flat and cutting tone. It's one thing after another with you, wannabe sorcerer. Before the argument can escalate, chaos erupts on the field. Field Voices is saying panicked and loud tone, Grah! Bring it on! Nobara sprints like a force of nature, dust flying behind her as she barrels toward first base. Onlooker is saying amazed tone, she's nuts. Yuji Itadori is saying surprised and excited tone, hey, she got on base. The game barely pauses. Announcer field call is saying neutral tone. Third batter, first baseman, Panda. Panda steps up, bat in hand, expression unreadable beneath his helmet. Announcer field, call is saying, second batter, outfielder, Fushiguro. Megumi lowers his stance, eyes sharp, executing the play with quiet precision. An island of calm in a sea of madness. Arguments, machines, sprinting rage, and perfect form, all colliding on the same field. This isn't baseball anymore. It's Jujutsu Kaisen, and chaos is the only rule left standing. The field tightens with anticipation as the next batter steps up. Speed lines cut through the air, the moment stretching thin as tension peaks. Every eye locks onto the bat in Maki Zenin's hands. Announcer field call is saying clear tone. Fourth batter. Pitcher. Zenin Maki. Maki adjusts her grip, eyes sharp behind her glasses. No hesitation, no wasted movement. Just pure intent. The pitch comes in fast. Meiki Zenin is saying focused and ruthless tone. She swings. The impact detonates through the field. The bat snaps mid-swing, splintering under the force of the hit as the ball rockets forward like a missile. Field reactions is saying shocked and loud tone, no. The ball sails cleanly past defenders. Runners tear across the bases, dust flying as chaos erupts once more. Umpire field call is saying firm tone. That's 3 runs. Maki straightens, already done with the moment. She casually tosses the broken bat aside, not even turning back to look at the damage. Meiki Zenin is saying calm and satisfied tone. All right, no cursed techniques, no tricks, just overwhelming strength and perfect timing. In a match ruled by madness, Maki Zenin delivers the most decisive blow yet, proving that sometimes raw skill is more terrifying than any curse. The hit still echoes in the air. Reactions ripple across the field. Shock, disbelief, panic, each face frozen for just a moment too long. Maki adjusts her glasses, eyes calm. Panda stiffens, sweat beading on his face. Nobara screams, caught between rage and excitement. High above the field, a figure soars unnaturally through the sky. Bat in one hand, body floating far beyond the limits of any normal game. Field reactions is saying stunned and loud tone, Fa-W-P. Wow! The impossible becomes reality. As the ball is intercepted mid-air, Megumi Fushiguro is saying, annoyed and commanding tone, "Get back on base, Kugisaki." A new rule is announced, one born purely out of necessity. Announcer rule call is saying formal tone. Due to a lack of players, one member from each team may use jujutsu. Nobara Kugisaki is saying outraged and explosive tone, "What? No fair!" The crowd barely has time to react as the game rolls on. Announcer field call is saying neutral tone, bottom of the second. A familiar, confident smile spreads across Aoi Todo's face as he watches the field reset. To-do is saying amused and proud tone. Catcher, huh? To-do's voice lowers, carrying approval rather than mockery. To-do is saying respectful and affirming tone. Catching, throwing, reading the game, fielding, etc. A position worthy of you, brother. In a match where rules bend and reality breaks, one thing becomes clear. This isn't about baseball anymore. It's about trust, instinct, and bonds forged under pressure. And as the second inning begins, the real game is only getting started. The atmosphere sharpens as a towering figure steps forward, bat resting on his shoulder. Confidence radiates from him. Not arrogance, but certainty. This isn't just another at-bat. For Aoi Todo, it's a test of will. Announcer field call is saying clear tone. Fourth batter, catcher, Todo. Todo is saying calm and dominant tone. But what I seek, a heavy step forward, is a one-on-one duel with Itadori the pitcher. The words hit the field like a drumbeat. Yuji stiffens, eyes wide, caught between surprise and resolve. Yuji Itadori is saying alarmed tone, Todo. Todo grins, leaning in, as if sharing a secret meant only for them. To-do is saying confident and teasing tone. If I hit a home run here, pause, eyes locked, you'll. To-do is saying warm and serious tone. Promise me, brother. From the sidelines, reality interrupts the moment. Field voice is saying practical and firm tone, no can do. Only Mekamaru can be the pitcher right now. Tado turns, unfazed, curiosity flashing across his face. To-do is saying challenging in casual tone, why don't you pitch? A simple game has become a personal duel between promise and protocol, desire and duty. To-do throws down a challenge, one that asks not who's stronger, but who's ready to answer. The moment snaps, muscles tense, breath shortens. To-do's expression twists with raw intent as he commits fully. No restraint, no hesitation. This is no longer a game. This is a strike fueled by instinct. To-do is saying explosive and ferocious tone. Pit! The ball launches forward like a cannon shot, tearing through the air with brutal force. There's no curve, no deception, only speed, intentional and unforgiving. It wasn't an accident. That pitch was deliberate. To-do is saying mid-motion and intense tone. Before the play can finish, To-do's body gives way. His legs buckle. The bat slips from his hand as he crashes to the ground. Yuji Itadori is saying panicked and urgent tone, Todo! Todo! Todo Yuji rushes to his side, dropping to his knees without a second thought. He grips Todo's shoulder, pulling him upright as dust settles around them. Yuji Itadori is saying desperate and supportive tone, hang in there. To-do leans against him, bloodied but smiling, eyes still burning with satisfaction rather than pain. That pitch ended the match, not with a score, but with consequence. In a field meant for laughter and rivalry, lines were crossed and bonds were tested. Because when strength meets obsession, even games can turn deadly. And for Itadori and Todo, this was never just baseball. The chaos finally settles. Dust drifts lazily across the field as the tension fades, replaced by scattered applause and awkward relief. The game may be over, but emotions still linger, unfiltered and unresolved. Field Voices is saying cheerful and genuine tone. Maki-san, nice pitch, nice pitch. Maki stands calmly on the mound, glove lowered, expression unreadable. Around her, even rivals acknowledge the moment, not as enemies, but as fellow players. Nearby, Yuji supports Tado, gripping his collar tightly. His face twists with frustration, concern, and disbelief, all colliding at once. Yuji Itadori is saying, shaken and emotional tone, Todo, you. Todo looks back at him, battered and bruised, but smiling. The smile isn't mocking, it's honest. To do is saying proud and blunt tone, hated. Yuji stiffens, eyes wide. Yuji Itadori is saying disbelieving and hurt, tone, are you seriously? Tado doesn't let him finish. Tado is saying firm and clear tone, still hate Itadori. The noise of the field fades away. Away from the field, under a shaded veranda, two figures sit in silence. The game is over, but its meaning is still being measured. Elder is saying low and testing tone, do you still hate Itadori? A long silence follows. The answer isn't immediate, because it isn't simple. Praise was given, pain was shared, and hatred was questioned. What began as a ridiculous game became something far more important. A moment where judgments softened, bonds shifted, and hearts changed. Because sometimes it doesn't take a battle to understand someone. Sometimes it takes baseball. The field is empty now. Beneath the shade of an open umbrella, the conversation turns heavy. No jokes, no games, only responsibility. Elder is saying cold and authoritative tone. If we're going by jujutsu rules, his mere presence cannot be forgiven. The words fall like a verdict carved in stone. The words don't sound like anger. They sound like a decision already made. The words don't sound like anger. They sound like a decision already made. Elder is saying controlled and emotionless tone. It's not a matter of whether I hate him or not. Elder is saying grim and certain tone. The fact that he's alive is thanks to Gojo, and the fact that he remains alive could result in mass death. The silence that follows is not disagreement, it is acknowledgement. Elder is saying firm and unyielding tone. Bending the rules of the group for an individual isn't okay. Another voice answers, not defiant, but honest. Gojo Satoru is saying calm and measured tone. In reality, with to do, he was able to survive against the special grade. Gojo's tone softens, not as an excuse, but as a fact. Gojo Satoru is saying quiet and resolute tone. However, there are lives that have been saved thanks to him as well. The argument doesn't end. It deepens. Away from the debate, a single figure stands in shadow, listening, absorbing, understanding more than anyone realizes. Yuji Itadori is saying internal and heavy tone. I should have done that. I wish they had told me that. Yuji Itadori, more broken, said that. I wish they had done me that. The burden is not fear, but Gojo Satoru is saying low and somber tone. He will experience a lot of regret. And then, the truth that hurts the most. Elder is saying final and unavoidable tone. This isn't just limited to the students, but no verdict is delivered, no judgment finalized. Only one truth remains. Living is not forgiveness. Surviving is not innocence. And saving lives does not erase consequence. For Yuji Itadori, the path forward isn't about hatred or acceptance. It's about carrying the weight of being alive and choosing what to do with it. The debate fades into the background, replaced by something quieter. Uncertainty. No final judgment is made. No absolute truth declared. Only time remains to answer the question no one can yet resolve. ELD is saying measured and reflective tone. For now, how about we support him while we watch over him? The words aren't approval. They're patience. Elder is saying honest and reserved tone. To be honest, I can't say for sure whether the decision on Itadori was correct or not. Life moves on, not waiting for certainty. Back on the field, the match resumes its absurd rhythm. Laughter, shouting, and sudden bursts of movement cut through the lingering heaviness. Announcer field call is saying neutral tone. Fifth batter, second baseman, Inumaki. Toge Inumaki is saying focused and calm tone. Salted fish roe. Field voices is saying alert and loud tone. Mai Miwa. Watch out for the steal. Inumaki moves in a flash, faster than expected, feet kicking up dirt as he charges forward. Onlooker is saying impressed tone. Whoa, he's safe. Inumaki-senpai's really fast, you know. Elsewhere, the adults watch in silence, eyes heavy with memories of their own choices. Elder is saying low and regretful tone. Our regrets as adults, a pause, then resolve. Elder is saying quiet and accepting tone. Can wait. The crack of the bat rings out once more, sharp and alive. The future remains uncertain. The decision unresolved. The consequences inevitable. But for now, the students run, laugh, fall, and stand again. They play, they live, they move forward. Because sometimes the only answer isn't judgment. It's watching and choosing to support someone while they grow. The final moments pass quietly. No dramatic finish, no last-second miracle. Just acceptance. The chaos, the laughter, the arguments, everything fades as the dust settles on the empty field. Field voices is saying relieved and casual tone. All right. The last play ends. The tension snaps. A glove lowers. A smile breaks through exhaustion. Maki-Zeinen is saying calm and certain tone. That's gone. Silence follows, then clarity. Sister School Goodwill Event. Day 2, baseball. Tokyo 2, Kyoto 0. The scoreboard stands still, etched with meaning beyond numbers. 30th Annual Goodwill Event. Winner. Tokyo High. A single baseball rests on the field. No longer a weapon, no longer a joke. Just proof that something ended and something changed. Away from the field, the adults gather once more. The students laugh in the distance, unaware of the weight still hanging in the air. Elders sing dry and provoking tone. Yaga. How about you do something about Gojo first? Gojo Satoru stands apart, hands in his pockets smiling faintly, as if none of this could ever truly bind him. The game is over. The argument is not. Victory was decided on the field, but judgment, responsibility, and consequence are still in play. What started as rivalry became cooperation. What began as hatred turned into understanding. And what looked like a meaningless game became a moment that reshaped everything, because in the world of jiu-jitsu, even baseball can decide fate.